Hello, welcome back. I'm going to start an old series back again. Solana Gaming Updates. Where is it on this bastard? Solana Gaming Highlights and Updates. All right, so this was something I did a while ago, and I want to reinvigorate it. It's going to be updates on the games that I'm currently active in, maybe new highlights, maybe just little bits of news that I see along the way. I'm going to start it off a little bit differently, and I'm going to put a disclaimer out there, and I'm going to try and do this every single time. I need to get better on my disclaimers and telling people, be careful, do your own research. You need to make sure you understand who you're listening to, what is their aim. Are they shilling things because they're paid? I am not paid by any Solana project, any game, anything like that. I am a freelancer at this stage. I finished with STEPN, no longer an ambassador. That's been my biggest video in a while. But of course, I am continuing to work in Web 3.0. I've been doing a lot since I've been home. I've also been spending time with the family, catching up and exercising a shitload. So my aim is to talk about the games I'm in and study and research. There are heaps out there. Remember, everything you invest in, consider it as risk. It's a downturn market. It is a bear market. There's a lot of risk and associated things like that. So be careful of where you get your information from. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. If I'm right, if there's things I've missed, please, by all means, let me know. Also, if you see extra games and things, please put them down below if they're worthwhile covering. I am going to try to keep these at around the half an hour mark. I know that's long for some people, but whether you want to watch it, listen to it, however you want to do it, I'm going to do them once a week to start off with, just to get back into the feeling of them. But I really enjoyed these. In the last week, I've done a shorts for Remnants, Solana Games I'm holding, and I had some positive feedback from this, positive and negative, but it was constructive. Someone said it was sounding like I was shilling some of the games, and I like that. It's good. It's important. I don't want to be shilling out games. I don't want to give people the wrong information. The whole idea of me doing that video was to show people what games I'm in. And again, this is where you've got to understand, what are people covering them? Why are they covering them? Why are they in? I'm a traditional gamer. I'm going to look for games that I can physically play, preferred. That's my preference. So that means, how many games can a person play? This has been a very funny thing with crypto, with Solana Gaming, with Barndog, with the whole process. You're never going to have time to play every single game every single day. So you get a lot of games, and like Remnants, and where is it here? It's an idle staking game. So, you might log into it once or twice a day. You might log into it 3 or 4 times a day. It depends on how you are with it. So I want to go back to that. So you've got to find out along the way, are you in the games to watch them build out and in the process, or are you in them to make money? I, generally speaking, try not to cover the ones just to make money and to do it, but try to give you guys a bit of an education on the things coming out and things that take note to me. It will take me a little bit of time to get back to it. Now, why is that not connected? Last 24 hours, Asics badges. Asics just did their Dust Labs badge drop today. Lux, I think they've released another NFT. They're a VR metaverse. They've really not done much that I've seen in a while. Sweets is photo finish. Defi Land. We'll talk about Defi Land, of course. Now let's have a look at some of the tokens. Where are we? Bitcoin, Ethereum. So, wow, what's happening with Bitcoin? 18K almost. It's had a bit of an upturn today. Solana, 13, 14 bucks. I've not gone heavy into following the tokens in quite a while. With the bear market, tokens came down. So be very, very careful if you're getting into it. I'm not really a speculator and all that kind of stuff with it, am I? I'm more of a gamer and things like that. So I've been getting back into checking out the shills on. And I love Vincent. I love the work he does. He's also another Aussie. They put out a great magazine every week. He works very hard with one of our artists of Solana, and there's some good articles in there as well. So I did have a flick through 86. I'll put the links down below. You can get them. It is always worthwhile. Even if I was having a think about it, like, what are the use cases for that magazine? And one of the use cases, I thought, what if it's a game that is building out and they're looking for one-of-one artists? Maybe they want a certain style of art. Maybe they're just having a bit of a look, and they see something that really clicks for them as a company, as a game, maybe it resonates towards what they're trying to build out. It's a way that you can just keep up with some of the artists that are producing great content for and on Solana. So GameFire, what is GameFire? This is something that Krit has announced with his app and building out an app which is going to be based on 3 games initially, which is STEPN. I think the other one's Geno Pit, and the third one's Sleepagotchi. Now, in the last 2 weeks, I've been spending more time looking at other move and earn styled games. So it's a very loose term: move to earn, move and earn, own and earn, all these kinds of terms. But anything that's gamifying fitness and that I want to learn more about it. Am I going to add it to my own rotation? I'm not going to be looking to ambassador any of these games. I think people are going to be playing multiple games. People are going to maximize their tokens they're potentially earning. Maybe they're just trying to find the game that speaks to them. So obviously I spent a lot of time and resource in STEPN this year. It's been an amazing year. I still have people pestering me for numbers and stats. I earned less money with STEPN than I would have if I had have stayed a crane driver in my regular job. I want to put that out there and let people know that one more time. It was an amazing year. I won't take it back. Absolutely. I learned so much, and I want to stay in move and earn style. I want to be able to help people learn, educate, get better. And I want to run more marathons. It's opened up a beast in me. And what Krit does is he gives people information through the communities about how to earn well, how to earn smartly. And your object is to go out, read the data, and make your decisions on how do you want to play the game. So he's done that a lot, and there is an image, I know it's further along here, which is a good example. I'll try to maximize that for my screen. A good example of monthly net profit in the mystery boxes of STEPN. This thing here showing you that in the first 3 levels on both Solana and Binance, you're not making any money in the month. So this is an aggregate of data. It's important to understand it. It helps you work out your gameplay. So I've adjusted my gameplay since I've come home from STEPN. I'm no longer doing 3 times 25 every week. That was my big one before I went to Europe and trained up and got ready for marathons. I'm training differently now. So I use the game as an addendum to my life. But there are some people still chasing it. So this is definitely one of the things you need to keep your eyes on. Let's have a look here. What else have I got lined up? Solana Games. So this is something you should be following if you are a gamer and you're looking at it now. I've got this here because this is the list of games that were at the Breakpoint presentation. I saw a lot of these games booths. I went and spent time. Now, I'm not a first-person shooter, so it's not my style of game. So things like BR1 Infinite, that is going to be a huge first-person shooter. There's a lot of people following it. It looks good. So I've got friends in the doghouse. They are going to help me with it. Games of note here. I've been researching Genopets a fair bit. Like I said, move to earn. I'm going to be having a look at more of them. What else makes it? I saw Caveman Club. I went and had a chat to a developer there. Gyrus Official. I played the demo. I've been a fan of Gyrus for a long time. Defi Land. I got to meet Erwin. Took a photo with Erwin. I haven't published it because he's not putting his face out there. But Defi Land, I'm going to show them later. Big game. They are Solana OGs. Eternal Dragons. I was really impressed with Eternal Dragons, the game demo. And I've been meaning to spend time researching heavily in this list and actually having a look at potentially buying an NFT for it. Pixel Guild is an Aussie guild, I believe. I had a chat to one of the dudes at Breakpoint, but haven't had a chance to have a proper chat. Pog Unlimited. Pog's funny. It actually looks like a game the kids will enjoy. It's something I want to research more. Portals, I had a quick look at the booth. There was a lot more that aren't in that list. All right, so that's a good one. I'll put the link down below for that. Crypto Edgar's point on the STEPN official town hall. That was last week. So I didn't listen to it live. I waited for the recap. Finally, they've started doing the recap from the STEPN official page to give you a recap of what they talked about in the town hall. These are monthly town halls. In-app events, nothing's going to happen for the remainder of the year, I believe, unless it might be the minting and enhancing. Lo and behold, they want you to mint and enhance. It's kind of weird. That's not gameplay to me. For a lot of people, that's not gameplay. But the enhancing is a net negative loss for most people. So it's about making socks. So if you mint a sneaker, you've got a chance at winning an STEP or an N shoe. And then if you get all 5 and you enhance those together, you're guaranteed to get a STEPN shoe. It just sounds dumb to me, so I'm not going to look at it. But we'll go through some of these points here. Summary of the year, we know they didn't hit most of the goals they set. The 2 partnerships with Atletico and with Asics. I think the Atletico is better than what a lot of other people do. Funnily enough, even post STEPN ambassador, I still think that it was a good partnership. Did it bring anything to STEPN? No, I don't think it brought anything, yet I still think it was a good partnership. Why? There's more linking into it, of course. Whalefin are linked up with Chelsea as well, I believe. So there's potentials there for more down the track. But having actually travelled to Madrid and seeing the Atletico Stadium, they are a switched-on brand. Whalefin are huge partners there, so they're obviously on it. What's stepping out of all of it? This is the thing. They don't really have their name anywhere, but there'll be more competitions and prizes and stuff along the way as well. The partnership, I don't know who the football player is, so it's no real relevance to me. 250 more Genesis. I bought an Atletico sneaker, still have it. Events from when to where, double GST is nearly pointless. Shoe minting, I touched on quickly. More official launch. Now, I've got a link for that up here. People keep asking me my opinion on the more incubator and the launch pad and all of that. A lot of these NFT projects look poo to me, but they're not going to look poo to everybody. So like anything, can you make money on it? Maybe. And are you being a part of a project or voting on something because you want to be a part of the community? That could very much be down your track. So have a look at it, research like anything. If you want to get membership in this, I think $30 a month is ridiculous, and it's a way that they are just trying to milk consumers more. That's what they're calling people now. You're not a player, you're not a community member, you are a consumer for STEPN and for FSL. So you need to really understand that. A lot of these projects on there look like they're driven from ambassadors, and again, look like they're just there to milk money. Are they going to do anything for you? Are they going to deliver anything? Maybe you don't want anything delivered. Maybe you just want to be a part of that. So that could be very much part of your avenue. Am I buying anything on there? Absolutely not. So I think the more launch was a failure initially. I think it's a long-term idea for them, and it may do something for them in 12 months, 15 months, whatever. But I don't see any value added to the game at all immediately. So from there, dark mode, that seemed to be a bit of a failure. It wasn't a true dark mode to most people. I don't use it. It doesn't really stress me out. I'd go during the daytime anyway. GMT, now this was a funny one. So since pretty much the beginning of the year, 3.6 million GMT have gone to what they call KOLs. So influencers, advertising, unannounced. The team didn't let anybody know that. So 3.6 million have gone walkabouts since pretty much when they came out. Now, where have they gone? Are people setting targets? The team had said earlier at the start of the year that they weren't advertising. And now, Crypto Edgar's found these links and found the information. The team's now saying 3.6 million tokens per month will go out for advertising. Yet, when a competition was done by the community by a fire launcher, it was unofficial. It was done by a fire launcher. Now, I think this is amazing. Now, the team has done no gameplay around being moving. So, moving to earn. This is, it's meant to be a health and fitness lifestyle app. It's meant to be about movement. The team has created 3 realms where you can get 20 energy in each realm, giving you 5 hours a day of exercise. Yet they've never done anything to promote a challenge or a competition around getting out and really having a crack. What can teams do? So Fire Launcher set it up. There was 2,500 tokens. GMT put up for the prizes. I don't know whether that was personal from the ambassadors or not, or whether that was from the team. One of the community members, Brian Brain from France, I've met him. He's an awesome dude. Sort of said, hang on, team. Can we get more than that? Can we get 10,000? Now, these are teams of 25 that are doing hundreds of kilometers a day. And the teams responded back with, oh, yeah, sure, we've listened. We'll give you 10,000 tokens. So to me, that's offensive to the community. 10,000 tokens when they're giving away 3.6 million to unknown people for unknown advertising. And they're saying they're going to give away 3.6 million tokens every month going forward. Yet the very first competition for Christmas, meant to be about a bit of fun, having a challenge. I joined the South Korean team. They're doing well. They're in the top 3, I believe. I'm not pushing myself super hard because of it. I'm doing my normal training. I'm doing my normal times. But 10,000 tokens when they're giving away 3.6 million for advertising. Isn't it great to sort of go, oh, wow, they're doing this great challenge and they're having fun. Isn't that good advertising, playing the game? As intended, but then we've got these peanuts that are trying to say, oh, it's awesome. They're doing, it's not. So it's good that Fire Launch has gone and done another great challenge. He's been a huge force of the community since he joined. And hats off to him. I love him. He's done his 81st marathon last weekend. So good luck for that. But yeah, I just think the tokens, there is no transparency there. The team do not make it aware. So you need to be careful. It's obvious that the team's been milking it for a while and they are not going to announce where those 3.6 million went. But to say, oh yeah, we're going to give you 10,000 for the first ever challenge is a pittance. Anyway, keep going. Gem listing rework, that hasn't gone into effect yet. CMC badges were talked about. Now the CMC badges, that was the very first badge that was linked with STEPN. It's good because they've said it's got no in-game things coming. That'll stop people speculating on it. So I've still got mine. It's up to you whether you go and buy one. I don't look at what the price of them are. The Asics badges. I don't believe any information was given up on the Asics badges. So they were more of a loyalty badge, is my understanding of it. So they're going to be some kind of reward down the end with Asics. So that's... it's not guaranteed. They don't have any set procedure on it. So basically for the Asics badges, that was buying those light mode or dark mode shoes, the GT 2000s, and then you got an Asics badge to go with it. If you filled in paperwork and did the extra things, then you would have got the Dust Labs badge today. More use cases for gems planned down the track. Well, that makes sense, doesn't it? Let's build the game. Let's get some gamification in there. There's many ways to do it. But they're not going to take away the red gems for the health points on shoes, which still hurts the 1 to 3 sneaker players. It's impossible to play with one sneaker in the game. So how are you going to onboard people? And playing with 3 sneakers is super difficult. So they are not prepared to look at it and change it. Reds are going to stay as comfort and restoring your shoes. But they've said that they'll put out extra use cases for the other gems. All right, so Crypto Edgar does great research on that. He also covers Genopets as well, and it's important in there. Like I mentioned before, Krit with GameFire, definitely should be following him if the move to earn sector is part of yours. He also does Sleeper Gotchi as well. Sleeper Gotchi doesn't really interest me. It's not something I'm going to be getting into. It's just a game I've noticed with people playing, they cheat their sleep patterns and they're not truly following it. So I'm just not too stressed about that. But I'm going to try to not get as negative into STEPN going forward. Obviously, I was a little bit today negative on it. I'm not going to be putting up with people trying to be toxically positive with the game. Just plain and simple. If you see ambassadors pumping things about more, then toxic positivity isn't always good for a project. When this first came out, the ambassadors were told to shill more coming out. Yet they were given zero information on what was it for, what was it about, what was it going to do that's different than any other marketplace. And I don't believe they nailed it with their launch. So with nothing happened for the first month. So if you've got a month of free membership because you owned a Genesis or because whatever reason you actively used the game, actively logged in, did a certain amount of kilometers, you couldn't use it anyway. So it's pointless. That month of membership you got the product was terrible. But toxic positivity is a thing. If all you get in tweets and feeds is just the ambassadors and the people that are paid to say that, that's something that you need to look at as well. So look at that. Look at things that independents say. Look at, like, oh, Barndog's just shitty because he was an ambassador, all those kinds. That's fine. I've got no problem with that. You shouldn't be listening to absolutely everything I say without analyzing it and using your brain. Do your own research. Listen, you've got to really be into that. So I've been playing Geno Pits for about 4 or 5 days now. I did 35,000 steps yesterday. I did 27,000 the day before, and 25,000 the day before that. I'm in my first week of playing it for free. It is a more gamified version of exercising, but it's really, really in depth. So I'm taking it very easy. I'm just using the free version of it because I may as well be like the rest of the community where I'm using multiple games to every day. I'm exercising. I'm doing on average around 20 to 25 kilometers a day. So I may as well have a look at this. And there's pets. Your pets go up in level. You get 2 different tokens. You craft these gems that you've got to refine the gems and the crystals. You then use those to craft items. There's going to be there's definitely going to be a level of esports with this game. And there's the Genesis pets from the Genesis eggs. They're level 4s up to the level 16s and 20s and stuff with their characters and things like that. But you can play the game completely free. You don't need to put anything into it. And again, I want to reiterate, anything that's going to be in Move and Earn, I want to try to see whether I can either learn a little bit about it, play it myself. And this is a lot heavier gamified than STEPN. Plain and simple. There's so much to it. And you've got to pat your pet every day. You then go and do your steps, you set a goal, and I want to learn more about it. So I haven't gone down the crafting side of it, but Crypto Edgar did a summary of that as well. This is good to read if you are not. Also, Krit is very heavily into this with his GameFire, and I know he did a good article on the minting and how to craft. I haven't gotten into the crafting yet. I haven't got a Genesis pet. I'll likely get one myself. I think they're sitting somewhere around 25 Solana. It's about $350 when I looked at it. To me, that's not a huge, to buy a pair of shoes cost me $200 to $250. Exercising and sport is actually an expensive thing to do. So if I'm going to do that anyway, and I've got a chance to play a game at the same time, have a bit of fun, I'm going to do that. So understanding those things is important. Zoolana have been doing a lot of tweets for quite a while now. They've got the Zanny list, so you should definitely be looking at the Zanny list. They've just linked up with Dust Labs. And that was interesting because Asics did the Dust Labs link today. So don't be afraid to have a look at that. There was a couple of reasons why I wanted to talk about Zoolana. I've got heaps of NFTs for Zoolana. I've been in, they've been building for over 12 months. The alpha version is going to be out, I believe, Q1 of 2023. So I'm very much looking forward to playing more games. This is why. Snapshots will occur on December 11th. Alpha red, free mint, alpha blue, white listed. So I know I've got alpha reds. I'm going to be getting free mints. I don't know what this is. I think it's for a character. Where are we? So to do with the character mint, I don't think it's anything that's going to be playable in the game, but it's one of the things they do with the NFTs and minting. So save the date for the 16th of December. It is currently the 14th. So that's a couple of days' time. So I've got that there as a reminder for myself as well. And what are we here? Oh, the alpha build. So I saw the alpha demo in Breakpoint. Brick was there with it, and I got to have a bit of a play with it. He's done a bit of a YouTube on it and talks about the game a bit. It looks good. Now, I've seen it on computer, so I don't know how that transfers onto phone and whether it's going to be exactly spot on, but it's a build game. You level up units, you build your units, you build an army, you go out, you battle. You've got 3 Zannies, and they can do special moves during the battle. The alpha looks good. I enjoyed playing it. I genuinely enjoyed the whole build process. These guys have just been building. I've not been a huge part of it. Haven't done a lot of hardcore videos on it. They've been building out. A lot of games are in this position where you can't just build a game overnight. They'll take years to build out. To see the teasing, the information, the artwork coming through, they've done it well. They've managed their community really, really well. Photo finish is a massive one, I believe, for Solana, and it's to do on a horse breeding game, racing game. And I've got this on here from the other day. You can see the horse is pregnant and is going to have a breed coming through. This is a team that's been around. They did 13, 14 million downloads on their first games that were on mobile, and it's in season 6, I believe now. It's going to be very, very big. Some of the horses are selling for huge amounts of money, and I look forward to it. We've got a syndicate in there with great protocol, 26 members, and it's good fun. Riptide does a great job. The lads meet every Sunday night. Now, Defiland Forging. This one came out this week. They talk about how they've... what's the video for this? I'm trying to think of his name. He's got a name. NPC, but all the NFTs in DeFi Land have 4 parts to them, and it was always part of the process of you being able to strip an NFT down and build a new NFT. I don't know how it works with the Genesis. I think once you reforge something, it becomes a Gen 0. So I don't know if that drops... Roger is his name. I don't know if that drops value in an NFT or how that's going to change it. But the forging has been huge. And they talked about 6 million... We'll get into the game and I'll show some content in there. But was it 6 million tokens? 24 hours of forging, we've collected 6 million DFL and 11 million Goldie. DFL's 0.1 of a cent. So they're going to burn all that. And it is a good part of it. And I like the article talked about how they will give this option to other projects if they want to use the tech behind it. So it is cool to see projects pushing boundaries on games and builds and things like that. Crywall, their demo is out. And what is really cool, I played it the last couple of days on Android. I'm very, very happy with it. There's a 6th character in there, a healer. I'm still playing the tanks, but I'm having fun playing it. It is good. It's UE5, so definitely we'll get a bit more content out on that. Now, the Asics and Dust Labs badge airdrop. That came out, and then I got one in my bag today. Now, I bought 7 pairs of the UI model shoes. I think I bought 4. What was it? 7. I think I've got 4 white, 3 black. No, it'll be 4 black, 3 white. But 7 badges, and I got one of the Dust Labs. So I don't know what they're going to sell for. I don't know what they're going to do. There's no utility for them yet. But it's just one of the badges that will stick with mine. Happy that I've got it. And we'll go from there. I saw this from Solana Spaces today, and what's really cool is I love the merch that's going in there. You see me retweeting a lot of things for Solana Spaces. I like what Vibu's doing with the team. I like what they're doing with their drip series. Check it out on Discord. The bum bag. Oh my God, that bum bag looks better than the Nike one that I'm rocking. The problem is $45. It's $100 shipping rate. So I'm not sure how the shipping works with that, and I think it's expensive for them to ship out. I'll wait and probably try to order a few things at once, and potentially there's other things coming through. That bag looks sick as fuck, but $280. Again, I'm not gonna buy that. The Lego set was pretty awesome too. They sold quite a few of those. So let's have a quick look at some of where I am in games. I did a tweet this week about buying my 7th remnant. I bought an 8 since then. I've got 4 women, 4 males. So I've got 4 of each now. I'm going to buy 2 more to go to 10. I'm not rushing on those. You can obviously check the town hall. I'm going to look. A lot of the male remnants I've got at the moment have got these wands. And I think they call them a torch, but I call them a wand. It looks like a wand to me. That's the pixelized. I'm going to start looking for remnants based, not what they're in their bags, because you can check in the game. This is a link up with Magic Eden, and you can actually check what NFTs they've got. So you can see, is the remnant going to come with something to start off with? And that's what you can have a look at. And that will affect, do you want to buy it? Do you not want to buy it? But think as well, you know, if you're spending 14 Sol on a remnant, and then you're going and spending 16.9 Sol on a remnant, what are you getting? What's the 2.8 Solana worth in the game? What's it worth in CMP tokens? You can go and check the Triple F Famous Fox Federation. You can go and check that to see what the token sells for. Maybe you can just buy one on the auction house. I was looking last week. A heap of these sold. So a heap of the zombies sold. There's only ever going to be 200 in the game. Oh, look at that juicy, tasty military GPS reinforced minecart. But yeah, they sold for like 50, 60. There's an offer on this one at 60 at the moment. So again, not financial advice. Don't be pushed into a game based on what someone else is playing. Think about it. Is it good for you? But either way, they brought out a new part of the game, which was the abattoir. And a cool little thing there. I've had one laptop, I've had one sensor, and I've had a couple of backpacks. But there's the sensor there at the moment on my old Remy. You don't need the butcher's key to go there if it's a zombie. This is why the zombie, and I bought him for 40 or 50 Solana a little while ago. I could check that through the wallets, but I've been upgrading my necklace, and I've been upgrading the walkie-talkie, and then you know, trying to catch the other things up at this stage as well. I just enjoy it. I like the build pass. I know what I'm building next, and then next after that, and then next after that. Defi Land I've been mucking around with a fair bit. I don't know when the last time I've shown this on camera, but I've just been and stripped the farm at the moment. I've been mucking around to build it down how I want it. So these are some of the Solana Spaces NFTs you can see as well. So they've got their drip, and it's over 50,000 people. So these are free NFTs. You can go and check Solana Spaces out. I'll put a link down below. But yeah, these are free every week. This was actually a music NFT, minute and a half music NFT. So I was very surprised with that. I thought it'd be a few seconds, but here's some more here. I'm just having a bit of a play around with Defi Land. I want to start putting these. I've got to work out how to flick those. I can't work out how to rotate them. I know there's a command to do it, and I'll work that out. But I just think it's cool that you can put billboards all around your farm, and you can change them with your NFTs and your pets and stuff. And obviously, it's very easy to go and make your own NFT. You can use something like Famous Foxes. There's heaps of tools now. So what am I doing in Defi Land? Why do I really enjoy it? It's just a bit of a fun gamified thing. It's fun seeing how it's built over the time. I've got all of my pets upgrading. Now they're at 67 of 70. So as rare, they can go to 70. There's only 3 to 5 more days for these pets to be fully upgraded how they are. That's for the dogs that I've got. The cat, that goes to 90 as an epic part. You can see 50 for the uncommon slots. So like I said, 4 components on each of these NFTs in here. Me chook, that was given to me by one of the lads from the doghouse. So I've been leveling that up and doing the dailies on that. Me cow is going as well now. Me duck. Once a day I do him. He's fully upgraded, and I bought a second one last week or the week before, and I've been upgrading that and using that daily. I wanted to have a look at this forging building. Let's get in there. Disassemble. What am I disassembling? Harvesters. So, these are 2 harvesters I got from watering my seeds. So these are both Genesis. And you can see it's got an epic tube, and the other one's got an epic body. Plus there's a couple of uncommons. So, you can see it rips them apart. To disassemble it is 5,000. Oh, that's Goldie. I've done the math on that being 0.1 of a cent. Goldie's worth much, much less. Just checking my phone now. Apologies. Goldie is 0.00012. So, 60 cents to do that. I got enough? I do. Let's disassemble it. Now, I don't use my harvesters. I didn't really enjoy the harvester game. I do the pets, I do the fishing every day, and I've just been leaving this for a while. But I want to have a look at this. This is the disassemble function. I've no idea how it works. I want to work it out. Available for claim in 4 hours. All right, so I can't do anything for 4 hours. This is an achievement to spend. So I'm going to do the same for this. Another 5,000 Goldie. Only NFTs with 100% health can be. Where's that? Over there. It's at 99. Let's go back to old Roger. Track tool. Now, this is one of the only apps I use my Solflare in. And I like Solflare. It's simple to use. But that's the only, DFL is the only thing I use for Solflare. Simple app, plus you've got the widget if you want the widget. Disassemble started, available for claim. So I will hold on to this for the next one. No, I might make a short out of it. I'll do a short out of it and reassemble that. But that's Roger the Forger. Now, old Rog, they're saying they're going to do it for other games and stuff as well. So it's interesting to see. I hope there's potential partnerships and this tech is out there. But I noticed these the other day as well. This must be new because before, when I first looked in these pins, they weren't my animals, but those are my NFTs. And I do like that. So maybe they've added that in. I've got to have more of a play. I'm finally starting to spend some time readdressing it. I'd love to be able to zoom out more on this map. I don't like how close it keeps it in. And another one, if the team is listening, we need a feed all button. 13.9, normally I've got between 10 and 12 energy in the mornings. I'd just love to click on one button which says feed it everything. So you feed it and you can claim more the more food it's got, and then its health points go, its feed bar goes up. But yeah, it's plenty of things. It's just one of the things that make me happy. Kaiju cards, they're in between on their generation, your gen quests. And obviously mission control I put on something else. But Solana gaming updates, highlights, all those funny things. I'm going to be bringing these back. I'll try to keep them shorter in future ones. I'll try to keep them on point. I'm going to also try to catch up with new games potentially coming out. I'll be doing more work with things like Geno Pits. I want to get involved. I'm outside exercising every day. I've actually got to get ready and go for a run now. But, so why am I not going to use STEPN and Genopets? And let's look at DFIT as well. So DFIT's on Ethereum. I still can't work out how to get the wallet to sync up. All of those things. So I'm still Solana gaming with Barndog. But again, move and earn is important to me. So with DFIT, that's why I'm going to add that into my rotation. It's very simple. I use my watch for it. But other than that, hope you guys have had a bit of a laugh. Hope you've learned something. And thank you, Mother, for the rabbits.